So, I know you're driving in traffic. I mean, look at this traffic. Los Santos, right? Franklin. The traffic. Gotta keep your watch on the road. I mean, we could die from this traffic. Anyway, so I've been thinking a lot, you know, to pass the time. Let's just bring up a topic, you know. I feel like we should talk about Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the game. It's been stuck in my head lately. It's just something about it. I don't know. It feels weighty and realistic. I can't seem to put it down. I know you know the type. It's just another asymmetrical horror game. Right? Sort of like Left 4 Dead. Wait, scratch that. Man, my age is showing. It's I mean, Dead by Daylight, and yeah, it's really good. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. Isn't Texas Chainsaw Massacre just another Dead by Daylight clone? I get it. Survivors and killers chasing each other around the map. Sounds familiar, but here's the thing. Texas Chainsaw Massacre shakes things up with a 3 versus 4 format, which changes the dynamic completely with 3 killers hunting down 4 survivors. The map feels more populated, more oppressive, and that's a good thing, but also a double-edged chainsaw. On the plus side, the tension is high, and it's harder for survivors to slip through unnoticed. But on the downside, if your teammates as killers manage to snag survivors before you even get a chance to contribute, it can feel a bit, well, left out. Right, Franklin, like you, stuck in traffic, me just rambling on like a crazy lunatic about Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the greatest horror movie franchise of all time. Well, it's for gore and blood fans. I mean, who doesn't like gore, right? 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 Now, Franklin, I know you're still busy in traffic, but here's where Texas Chainsaw Massacre really stands out. I mean, it's the details that really make that game stand out. I mean, just look at the movement and personality they feed to each character. It's so well done. Take Bubba, for example. When he revs his chainsaw at the start of the match, you can feel the power. Watching him yank that cord a couple times before the engine roars to life, it sets the tone. You are a force to be reckoned with, Franklin. Reckoned with. It's those little touches that make it feel different from Dead by Daylight. See, Dead by Daylight feels more like an arena deathmatch with co-op objectives. Repair generators, open the exit, and escape, rinse, and repeat. Its only real variety comes with the DLC characters. Someone has to pick a new character once in a while. Don't get me wrong, that's fine, but sometimes it kills the immersion when you're running from, say, an anime-themed Oni. It takes me out of the horror experience, and you know me, I love me, my horror. House of a Thousand Corpses fans, hello. Of course, balance is a different conversation. We could go back and forth all day about whether it's fair for killers or survivors. It's a tug of war that never really ends. But beyond that, what Texas Chainsaw offers is a raw, unfiltered take on the asymmetrical horror genre, the animations, the character movements, the weight behind the actions. They feel deliberate, heavy, and gritty, yet the best possible way. And you know what? It doesn't feel like a rushed cash grab, which is awesome. They weren't trying to capitalize on a trend. It feels thought out, a love letter to one of the greatest slasher films ever made, unlike Dead by Daylight, which sometimes feels like a multiverse of mismatched horror franchises. Texas Chainsaw Massacre stays true to the roots, honoring the property with a level of care is rare in this genre. And let's talk about atmosphere. Nothing beats the chilling sensation of hearing a distant scream echoing throughout the map as Survivor fights for their lives. You just don't feel like a killer. You feel like an unstoppable force. It's unnerving, and that's what makes it so good. Now, if we're talking about gameplay, it's pretty straightforward. Survivors have 4 escape routes, but the longer they take, the more dangerous things get. There's an unspoken timer ticking down because as the match progresses, things get more dangerous. There's just something. The survivors have to get stronger. At its core, Texas Chainsaw Massacre is a damn good game for people who crave raw, intense horror experience. It's different, and while it's not as big as Dead by Daylight, and probably will never be, thanks to Dead by Daylight's endless multi-universe DLCs and licenses, it's carved out a loyal fan base. But here's the thing. For people like me, who sunk in hundreds of hours into Dead by Daylight, the magic starts to fade. I've bought skins, played the killers, and after 500 hours, even now, content doesn't spice things up anymore. It's just not my thing these days. Anyway, hopefully traffic lightens up. We've been on the road for a while, Franklin, and I just know we gotta meet Michael soon. Anyway, who knows? Texas Chainsaw will all be waiting for us when we get home.